There is absolutely nothing for you left back there. Whatever you're contemplating about looking back to fix, whatever things that happened in the past that you thought you fucked up on, or that you wanted to change, or that you things were a different way, maybe the outcome would have been differently. There's no fucking point for you to look back there anymore. It's already happened, and you need to be at peace with that. And that's something that you need to learn as a man, as a human being, to understand that the consequences of your actions, whether that past was good or bad, were cause and effect of how you acted now. At that very moment, which was now. Whatever that moment was, whatever those mistakes were, whatever the ability for life to happen the way it did, that's out of your fucking hands. But the things that you're really hard on yourself are the things mainly that you know you could have changed, but you didn't. And there's a reason you didn't change. There's a reason things didn't get done. There's a reason you were at this fucking point of your life where you're looking back and saying, I regret a lot of the things I've done. Because number one, you never took ownership of your life. You never took the responsibility of knowing how much control you have over your life. You always allowed the world to dictate your circumstances. How I feel were part of my decision making. If I didn't feel good to do this, why should I do it? The irresponsible responses to situations that were serious. Having conversations with your spouse about how much time should be left on the phone, right? This is an example. How much time you guys, when you guys are together by the couch or by the dinner table or spending time in bed, how much time do you guys get to spend time on the phone, each of you? And if you don't think that causes separation between a marriage or a relationship, you got yourself fucked up. All of these things we need to address as seriously as any other thing that we have in our lives. Because number one, the phone is it's an addiction to both parties and to the world. So when do we have time to be able to have a civil conversation without having a phone interfere with our relationship? It's basically putting us aside from one another because let's say you had a fight with your spouse, and I'm going to give you an example of this. So I'm not trying to go off topic, but let's say you were in a really bad argument with your spouse, but you have a coworker that you've been texting when you've got LOL jokes and you've got memes and shit, right? And that particular coworker seems up is the opposite sex of you and makes you feel good when you talk shit about your spouse to that coworker. Now that could have happened on a phone call, that could have happened on many other instances, but in today's society, when it comes to the fucking phone, it's easily approachable. When you can send a message, just say hey, and then they make you feel good, and that pulls you even further away from your spouse. I guess what I'm trying to tell you is there's no fucking point of looking in the past. How do you fix the now? How do you get better now? You detail what needs to be addressed in your life. Well, that means the little shit in your house about fixing the fucking room, the little shit about paying your bills, the little things about spending more time with your daughter, or if you have a kid, the little things about calling your mom, letting her know you love her, the little things that fucking count will make a huge difference later on in life. And the responsibility as a man, the responsibility of knowing how much control you have over your life and not having to be fucking every girl that you see or drinking every fucking beer you see or acting like a complete fucking idiot in public. Those are the responsibilities that are going to help you grow. But if you sit here fucking letting the world be the dictator of your life, all the outside noise, all the circumstance, you'll always be the world's bitch. I call that world's bitch because you don't know how to control your own emotions, your own sexuality, or your own desires. You have no fucking desire to do that. The only desire you have is to please the fucking world, which makes you the world's bitch. It's true. You think I'm fucking probably talking out of my ass and saying, who the fuck is this guy? But I've had enough experiences in my life where I was the world's bitch at one point. I was allowing the world to dictate how I felt, how I should respond to people. But every time emotionally, if I was getting riled up with my girl, I could yell back. Why the fuck do I have to yell back to a woman that's yelling at me? For starters. Why do I have to steep down to that fucking level? Why? Because I'm allowing the music, because I allowed the TV shows, they allowed my emotions to get the best of me instead of being understanding that this person that is yelling at me might have something actually fucking to say instead of yelling at her back and not getting to a conclusion of what really is the fucking underlying issue. What really is bothering this person. Well, it could be my girl, it could be my friends, it could be whoever it is, a coworker, it doesn't fucking matter. The fact is you don't combat fucking violence to violence or yelling to yelling. And yelling is a form of violence because it violently fucks with your emotions when someone literally says something negative towards you and your blood boils and you have this fucking urge to spite back as a form of defense mechanism, but also because you want that person to feel the same type of pain that you did. That's violent, right? Not necessarily killing violent, but it's violent in a way where you're literally trying to make another person feel like shit. Okay? I guess and I'll go back to this. Those circumstances, for you to look back and say, what could I have changed to be the better person? What are the things that, or I'm such a shitty person, there's nothing I can do with myself. I am who I am and I'm never going to change is a fucking cop out for number one. Number two, there's no reason for you to look back there anymore unless those lessons are occurring over and over again and you're seeing a pattern and something was wrong in your fucking brain to realize I need to fucking change ASAP. Number one, I'm going to lose my relationship if that was the case with my spouse, relationship with my parents, relationship with my friends if I continue on that path. Okay? So the past that you keep referring yourself to and this vicious cycle of living the same past over and over, it's because you haven't learned to create new ideas and created new behaviors for yourself. What that means is coming to the realization that you cannot act the same fucking way that you have before. Not laugh the same way, not drink the same way, not fuck the same way, none of it. You want to change your mind and your face and you're who you are completely, stop acting what the fuck you did before. Stop making empty promises. When you say to get shit done, you get shit done. If you're a fucking fat fuck not getting up early in the morning, get up earlier. Okay? And I'm not trying to assault anyone that's fat. This is how I talk. I just don't give a fuck about who the fuck I was before that I run away from that motherfucker. Okay? People don't understand that because they haven't reached that level of fucking pain and absolute frustration of wasting so much fucking time because of that motherfucker that I was, that now as a human being, I'm much more happier, I'm much more prouder, and I'm much more calmer, and I'm fucking striving for a fucking goal beyond my fucking reach. I love it. Makes me feel amazing. Okay? Doesn't mean I'll obtain it. It just means I'm searching for a huge better version of myself and I'm aiming really fucking high that nothing's gonna get in my fucking way, especially no fucking past. Actually, the past is gonna be the driving force through it all because I'm running away as far as I can from that motherfucker. So, there is nothing left for you to look back there. Realize of the now. Take care of the shit now. Realize how much power there is now. Treat others with respect. Treat others with some dignity. Treat yourself with dignity. Treat yourself with pride. Continue working hard, but don't make any fucking excuses because this is who you are and because of dictated from your past. Change those behaviors. Force yourself to be better. Start reading books. Go to the fucking gym. Stop watching fucking porn. Stop being on your phone for so long. All of these things. Be a better human being, but don't let the past dictate and be a permanent person of who you are. You understand that? Don't look. There's no reason for you to look back there. Hope this message reached out to somebody in a better way. I apologize. My delivery is kind of hard. This is how I talk. This is how I talk to myself. This is how I will talk to my future self. These are more messages towards me to make me understand and make me realize why the fuck I'm doing whatever I'm doing. So anyways, have a wonderful day. Take care.